Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
A lot has happened already, but it's not over yet. We still have pretty amazing things coming your way this morning.
Mike and Harry will bring us up to date when it comes to what's happening in the world of entertainment. And Michelle Day will be joining us here for a chat.
And don't forget, Oke Zoichi will be joining us also for a chat.
I love Yoruba food, but it is, you guys have just so many soups. I'm sorry, nothing personal. I mean, by the time you count your omiobe and your ewedu egbegiri and then one or two other things, it's over, it's done.
Now, yesterday on the show, we asked you all to go to our social media platforms to guess the location of a vacation spot that we'll put up. And we got lots of responses from our viewers.
We'll be taking some of them before we wrap up the show. But right now, it's the top of the hour once again, and Blessing Idahosa is on standby for the news.
Hello again. Let's begin in Anambra, where Oselo Kalbaze has emerged the People's Democratic Party's candidates for the November the 18th Anambra governorship election. In a landslide victory, the former secretary to the Anambra State government polled a total of 672 votes to defeat two other aspirants. His closest rival, Alex Obi Ogbolu, polled 190 votes, while the third candidate, Ifeanyi Uba, polled 94. 958 party delegates participated in the election. Stella Odua, John Emeka, and Linda Ikpeazu made true their threats to boycott the primaries, and 6 aspirants had indicated interest to battle for the Anambra PDP governorship tickets. Away from that, a federal high court in Lagos has ordered the permanent forfeiture of 7.6 billion naira suspected to belong to former Minister of Petroleum Resources Diezani Alison Madueke to the Nigerian government. Justice Abdulaziz Anka gave the ruling in a prayer sought by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The anti-graft agency said its intelligence showed that the monies in a number of banks are proceeds of unlawful activities held and laundered through former top officials of the NNPC, PPMC, and NPMC. The judge's decision came days after he also ordered an interim forfeiture of 56 houses linked to the former minister, valued at 3.3 billion naira. Meanwhile, entertainer Charles Oputa, also known as Charlie Boy, has led a protest to the headquarters of the EFCC. The punk icon and his group are demanding that the anti-corruption agency firm up the war against corruption by securing the conviction of politically exposed persons alleged to have stolen from the country. They cited the case of former Petroleum Minister Diezani Alison Madueke and called on the government to initiate her extradition to Nigeria for a trial. And President Muhammadu Buhari has met with the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Udoma, the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, and the Central Bank Governor, Godwin Emefiele. They briefed the President on the improving state of the economy, implementation of the 2017 budgets, preparation for the 2018 budgets, revenue strategies, and debt management. Also discussed were monetary policy strategies and their economic impacts, among other issues. And after the 2-hour meeting, President Buhari said he was pleased with the progress being made on different fronts. He urged them to keep up the good work, noting that the main aim of government was to bring succor to Nigerians across all walks of life. The demolition of Ekeoku markets located in the heart of Owerri by the Imo State government is still generating different reactions. Some of the traders who expressed disappointment over the demolition exercise said it is uncalled for given the economic situation of the country now. The traders say they would accept the planned relocation with the condition that government would give them certificates of occupancy of the new place. Some of them described the exercise as a welcome development, but frowned at the demolition of private buildings. Well, medical doctors in Osun State have given the state government a 21-day ultimatum to accede to their demands or risk total withdrawal of their services. At a press conference in Osogbo, the state's capital, the chairman of the Nigeria Medical Association in the state, Tokunbo Olajumoke, said healthcare delivery has been negatively affected owing to challenges pervading the sector. In his reaction, the special advisor to the state's governor on health matters, Oluwagbemiga Oyinlola assured that the state governments will engage the doctors and resolve the issues. And that's the news. Now time for the weather forecast.
It's time for the sports update again, and Super Mike is right here.
Yeah,
so stand by.
Incidentally, our male and female basketball teams are the champions of Africa.
Excellent.
You know, the guys.
I think it's really exciting.
Yeah, the guys have been champions for the past 2 years. They're about to go in for the next phase, but as at now, on top.
The Tigers are the African champions.
All right.
Indeed.
Okay, hello once again. Nigeria's senior national male basketball team, the Tigers, have stepped up preparation ahead of the 2017 FIBA Afro-Basket Championship in Tunisia and Senegal from September 8th to 16th. Head coach Alex Mora, who arrived in Lagos over the weekend with 6 foreign-based players, trained with the team as the African champions entered the final stages of preparation for the defense of their title. The Tigers are drawn in Group B alongside DR Congo, Mali, and Ivory Coast. Nigeria won the FIBA Afro-Basket Championship for the first time in 2015 in Tunisia, when the Tigers defeated rivals Angola to lift the title. Bursaspor of Turkey pair of Mikel Agu and William Troost-Ekong are the latest Super Eagles stars to hit the team's hotel in Abuja ahead of Friday's World Cup qualifier against Cameroon in Uyo. Skipper John Mikel Obi will lead part of the squad out of Abuja to Uyo today. Goalkeeper Akpeyi has recovered from a knock which forced his South African club, Chippa United, to arrest him recently. Nigeria take on African champions Cameroon on Friday in a 2018 World Cup qualifier, with the return leg slated for next Monday in Yaoundé. Nigeria top Group B with 6 points, 4 ahead of Cameroon, while Zambia and Algeria have a point each. Meanwhile, Nigeria Super Eagles have been hit with a big blow ahead of the World Cup qualifier against Cameroon, with Arsenal's Alex Iwobi out injured. The Nigerian international sustained a thigh muscle strain and will also miss the September 4th return leg against the reigning champions. Iwobi was due to join the Super Eagles training camp on Monday after Arsenal's demolition at Liverpool on Sunday. CSK Moscow striker Aaron Samuel will now replace Iwobi in the team. Both Samuel and Uche Agbo have been instructed to join the Eagles squad in Uyo ahead of a crunch time. And then on to transfer news. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is ready to discuss personal terms with Chelsea after the Blues agreed a £35 million fee with Arsenal. The England international is expected to undergo parts of his medical at St George's Park ahead of a proposed switch, which will lead him to sign a 5-year contract. Chamberlain also held crunch talks with the Gunners last week, but rejected a final contract offer which was as high as £180,000 a week. Now, this will come as a significant blow to Arsene Wenger, who is already facing stark criticism from fans and pundits alike following a 4-0 defeat by Liverpool on Sunday. And Liverpool have agreed a club record fee for Naby Keita that will see the Guinean international join them next summer. The RB Leipzig midfielder had been a prime target for Jurgen Klopp during this window, but Liverpool shelved their interest after having 2 bids, the second, worth £70 million, rejected. And Paris Saint-Germain have reportedly reached an agreement with Monaco for Kylian Mbappe. PSG are set to sign Mbappe on a season-long loan with the obligation to buy him out for £166 million next summer. The deal is yet to be signed by the 18-year-old forward, and both clubs are yet to comment on the deal. All right, now that's a big one because you're looking at, if it's completed, it will be the second most expensive transfer in history.
Wow.
And now they're weakening their rivals, and PSG is just getting ready, I don't know, for an onslaught.
It's like they're not playing.
PSG, I don't know where they're getting the money from, but they're a really rich club.
You know where the money comes from.
And I'm thinking about the fact that guy is 18. I wish I had that kind of money at 18.
Okay, that's it on Sports Update. Your entity, you have the papers here?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We're taking the papers straight away this morning. We're starting with the Vanguard, which talks about food prices hitting an 8-year high as Buhari tasks economic team. That's on the cover of the Vanguard this morning. Naira devaluation a risk to external debt. That's from PricewaterhouseCoopers. And then strike. FG ASU meet today. Lassa fever. 18 states record 82 deaths, 241 cases. And then court orders final forfeiture of 7.6 billion naira recovered from Diazani. Still on the cover of the Vanguard. Coronation of 21 new kings. Olubadan tests popularity through roadshow. Yakasai, Waku, Zav, others want FG to rein in Nnamdi Kanu. Igbo groups ask Ariwa youths to assist army in fighting Boko Haram. All of that on the cover of the Vanguard this morning.
Okay, moving towards the Daily Sun here. It says, court dazes Diazani, 7.6 billion naira linked to her forfeited. 10 million pounds worth of UK property frozen, and the protesters demand her repatriation. Very touching image of a man in Texas there in Houston carrying his dog on his shoulders just to make sure his dog survives the flood that has submerged vehicles, even planes. Jumbo jets were submerged as at yesterday evening because of the flood from the hurricane. So apparently the rain hasn't stopped, but we pray for the best for all of them. There's also a byline here. Olubadan stages roadshow in Ibadan and dares at Jimobi. You can find that on page 41. PDP Southwest intensifies lobby for national chairmanship. Party may hold convention in December. An alarming piece here. Pastors' body parts used for pepper soup in rivers, says police. Yeah, an alarming one there.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one says Senator Misal challenges IGP over bribery allegation. You can find that on page 9 and so much more in the Daily Sun.
All right. And then finally on the cover of This Day this morning, Buhari weighs options as cabinet reshuffle tops agenda. And then also President says he's pleased with state of economy. Inflation dips to 16.05%. And then EFCC Alison Maduike's extradition must follow due process. And then Pentagon notifies U.S. Congress of sale of 12 fighter aircraft, other weapons worth $593 million to Nigeria. All that on the cover of This Day this morning.
On the cover of The Nation, there's a big image of the Nigeria's the Tigress after winning the Women's Afrobasket 2017 championship held in Mali over the weekend. You know, Mike did mention that we're the champions now, and that is something to be really proud of. Great news there on the cover of The Nation. Moving forward, Diazani loses 7.6 billion naira loot. Court finds final forfeiture of cash. Court orders, rather. Protesters seek ex-minister's extradition. Now, inflation rate drops, says NBS. Economy picking up, says Buhari. And panic as rains pound Texas. All that and just a little bit more as well on the cover of The Nation. Pick one up if you want to read a bit more about that.
All right, so we're going straight for entertainment news, and Mike is on standby. But after this commercial break.
Okay, it's good to have you back, and this is entertainment news. Quite a lot has happened, but let's kick off from the 2017 MTV Video Music Awards, which held on Sunday night. And there's quite a lot of buzz online about some of the performances from the night. Of course, the big one has to be Kendrick Lamar, who kicked off the show with a medley of his hits and stole the show, winning a total of 6 awards, including Video of the Year award. Now, that's a very big one. I mean, it's like, how do you call it now? The main award. I was looking for the best one now, but then that's the main award. So Kendrick Lamar, big ups, great one. And then first off, Katy Perry was the host of the night, and she also performed her hit single, Swish Swish. Of course, there was also Fifth Harmony. They performed the mashup of their hit songs, Angel and Down. And the performance threw a bit of shade as they had 5 girls on stage, and then at the beginning of the performance, the 5th girl jumped off stage. The group also won the award for Best Pop Video. And then also, this one was quite a bit controversial. Pink was honored with the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award, and she also performed the medley of her greatest hits. Right? Alessia Cara performed a hit song, Scars to You're Beautiful, and then returned to join Logic and Khalid to perform the Suicide Anthem, which of course ended with a speech about equality and love for one another. And then, of course, the big one, Ed Sheeran, performed alongside Lil Uzi Vert in a mashup of A Shape of You and EXO Tour Life, Tasha Cobbs. All right, that was another story, right? But then that was it. The video awards, it was quite a very cool one. The highlights were something. I mean, the visuals there, like you can see, it was quite a spectacle for the crowd there. Okay, all right, moving on from that. Now, this has been causing quite a lot of stir in the gospel world and then also the secular world as it is, as gospel singer Tasha Cobbs is under fire from fans about her new song, I'm Getting Ready, which features Nicki Minaj. Now, fans of Cobbs have expressed the varied options on the song, with the vast majority saying that the so-called worldly artist should not be involved in a gospel song. Now, before I go now, this is what you can do. What do you think about that particular song? A number of people have made a lot of comments. Go up on our handle at TVC Connect on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Let us know what you think. Do you think it's okay for a gospel artist to feature a secular artist in her song? Is it okay by you? All right. But then the singer took to Instagram to address the issue in her post. She said, welcome with open arms, fellow believers who don't see the way things go and the way you do. Says, and don't jump all over them every time they do or say something you don't agree with, even when it seems that they are strong on opinions but weak in the faith department. Remember, they have their own history to deal with. Treat them gently. And then she quoted Romans 14, verse 1, the Message Bible. Okay, so yeah, for me personally, well, it's not a problem, but hey, come on, a number of people had issues with this, and the social media has been buzzing. All right, moving on from that story now. Last week, we took this story about Patoranking putting up a post where he said he was about to become a dad and all of that. Yeah, we mentioned it here because, well, that was the concept. He kind of played everyone along. But, well, unfortunately, while we're all getting excited and curious about the baby and the baby mama, it turns out that all of that was just a promo for this music video. Love You Die. Now, after posting another picture with the baby in his arms, the singer posted this video to his Instagram page yesterday, and then everything came just, you know, they just all linked. I was talking to my producer, Christy, yesterday, and the picture of the baby I saw, come on, that baby had too much hair. Hair was even more than mine, sir. But then, hey, come on, that could not have been a newborn baby. But then, kudos, man, kudos. That's it. The video is set to be released later on this week. All right. So nice one, Pato Rankin. Nice one for playing us along. All right. So now this is a very quite interesting one. Small Doctor Ang. You know, of course, a number of you know what happened last week. Twitterverse, of course, was in shock when a video surfaced online of the artist Small Doctor in a very compromising position. All right. Okay, now this video trended all through the week, and finally the artist has come out with a statement. Before that statement, let's feel him a bit. I still like this dude, by the way. Okay. All right, there's a very dear friend of mine, David C. This is about her favorite move. When she hears that song, she goes all gaga. Right now, the artist said in an interview on Sunday, when asked about the post, that he was hacked. This is quite interesting. Right from the days, do you remember One Day Call? I know a number of you. Do you remember One Day Call? Yes, there's One Day Call. That's a major one. Some stuff happens, they are into some sort of issues, and then they come up with the whole hacked issue. Come on now. Let's come up with better excuses, eh? But then whichever way, that was exactly his statement. He says he was hacked, and look, that's his statement. It's his Snapchat, it's his phone, it's his social media handles. Whatever he says it is, so it is. But then what do you think about it? What do you think about that? At TVC Connect, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, let us know what you think about his excuse for that particular video, which I hope the younger ones didn't get to see. Okay? All right, that's it on entertainment news. Let's get back to Yomi and Titi, and of course they've got a wonderful actress and media personality, someone I actually like, Michelle Dede in the house.
Thanks so much, Mike, for
we've already started the conversation. We've already started gisting here.
Yeah, we have.
Mike, sorry we left you out. Sorry. Sorry, Mike. So Michelle Dede is a Nigerian freelance television presenter, actor, who co-produced the film Flower Girl. She also starred in the television series Desperate Housewives Africa and the 2017 drama thriller film What Lies Within.
Having studied in Brazil, Australia, Ethiopia and the UK respectively, she co-hosted the first edition of Big Brother Nigeria, and of course eventually delved into acting.
Did you know that was...
did your research?
Yes, we did.
We did. We didn't sleep overnight because we're expecting you and we're preparing the space.
Yes, sir.
It is so good to have you join us this morning.
Thank you
so
for
lovely.
having me. Thank you very much.
You must have woken up at 4 a.m. to look like this.
I did wake up at 4 a.m. That's because I live at the opposite end of town from here.
Okay.
But yeah, we're used to it. Even though we may not like it, but we're used to it. Yeah.
But you're a package of so many different things now. You're just amazing. I know this.
Thank you.
He knows this, but I want everybody else to know. Because it's like someone who has worked for a long time in the industry and finally, you know, like just showcasing everything that I wanted to be. Oh my gosh.
I like the way she's like,
no, I'm gushing here.
We started together.
No, we didn't.
We not start together.
Oh, okay. So you want to tell them how?
Yes, let me tell everybody how Titi and I actually met at my very, very, very first presenter's audition. It was in 2006.
Yeah.
And this was before I auditioned for Big Brother Nigeria. And I was told about a lottery game show and met somebody who was like, oh, you know, I like your voice. It's kind of husky for a woman. Oh, we're doing this lottery show. Would you like to audition? I said, I have no experience as a presenter whatsoever. Oh, you'll be fine. So that was the very first time I met Titi. I was very, very nervous.
And we were in the reception for like hours. Just sitting, thinking.
And we started talking, and you know, I found out at that point she was a model, and it was like, oh, what do you do? I'm here on holiday. And I honestly, it was like listening to you talk, I thought, okay, this is somebody that is in this industry. I'm like, I have no experience whatsoever.
Okay.
But so, you know, it was
so
the
did
beginning.
you get that job? You did get that job?
No, I didn't.
Neither
I didn't.
did
I don't know.
So who got it?
Neither of us.
Neither of us
I don't know
got
if the job ever even happened.
I don't know. I don't know. But
that's okay. Thank goodness it didn't happen. Thank goodness
it be a different story now.
But
so it's really, really great to have you join us this morning. Now, the experiences, I mean, since you came back to Nigeria, what are the things that have occurred that you have been able to draw on your international experience? I mean, you've been to so many countries growing up. Coming back to Nigeria and drawing on these experiences, you know, in your career.
I think, you know, when people ask that question, I'm always like, Is it a difficult or an easy question to ask? But I mean, to be as blunt as possible, I think when you've lived, I didn't study in all these places because, for example, in Brazil, I was probably like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
But in each country, you meet different people, you learn different cultures, and you go through different experiences. And I think eventually what that does is that it makes you a person that can adapt to different situations.
Okay.
And well, in my experience and also in the experience of other people that I've met in my life so far who have also been through similar experiences, you're less judgmental, you're more open-minded, you're more accepting of people from different nationalities, races, cultures. For example, in Nigeria, I don't see tribe.
Okay.
So when people say, where are you from? I'm Nigerian. Okay. Where exactly? And I say, why does it matter? I'm Nigerian. Because a lot of times people will ask you your tribe and then they'll judge you based on that, where you're from. So a lot of people tend to think, okay, she's Igbo because she has a lot of Igbo friends.
Okay.
If that's what you think, okay.
It's fine.
But then when I say I'm from Delta State, I'm Urobo, then it's like, Uruguayo, and I'm like, why? So you have this preconceived notion of me. So if I meet you, or when I met Titi, I didn't say, oh, where are you from?
No.
Oh, you're Yoruba. It was just, what's your name?
Exactly.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm Nigerian too, and that was the end of it.
And then deal with the
so
person based on,
I judge you based on your character, not your tribe, the assumptions or stereotypes about the tribe. And I think that has happened as a result. One, because I was brought up by the type of parent I was brought up by, who said don't judge people based on those things.
Okay.
So it's opened my views, it's opened my world, and I think it's made me a lot more accepting of people.
We're going to take a commercial break. I mean, we're still with Michelle, who's going to be joining us also for breakfast, hopefully.
Yes, because I haven't eaten and I'm hungry.
We'll take a break, and we'll be right back after paying some bills.